Hello guys, welcome to part 2. Oh my gosh guys, I'm cooking. Sorry about that. I'm cooking, so yeah, I thought my food was burning, but yeah, all is good now. All is good. Welcome to part 2 of my video. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. Boom, 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 bah, bah, bah.
Uma was brutally murdered, and same guy is the main suspect for that.
Now I'm sure you guys are wondering, what would he gain from murdering your mother? This was very hard to talk about at first, but I remember the first talk. It was terrible. I literally cried throughout. So it just shows that as time goes, guys, like, I'm getting stronger and stronger. Like, it's okay. But anyway, so my mom gets murdered, and he's the main suspect. And why did he murder her? Because Uma raised me as a single parent for a very, very, very long time, and only got married to my stepdad. I hate calling my stepdad, like, he's my dad. God bless his soul. He's amazing. So they only got married like when I was late in high school. So Uma was like the only person that was like the person in my life. So I think in his head he thought Uti, because Ubaba wasn't my real dad, he might have thought we don't really have a great relationship. So if he removes my mom, because I was so broken, like emotionally, like, guys, I was gone. I was a walking, talking empty shell. Like, I was gone. Like, it was late for me. So he probably thought that because emotionally I had reached a point where I depended so much on him, that if he removes my mother, I will come back, because she was obviously the person that, was there, like, really there for me. And yeah, obviously that's what he's gonna think as well. So yeah, that is the reason.
So I thought I wanted to get the Buddhism man, again, which didn't happen. At my passport, wangharesa, wangilandela, wenza yonke into, waqeda ngithumelela ngey'kali-ke manje suthi ngcono ngibele ngiyifeke. Hey, sengiphelile.
So when Abuti realized that I'm not coming back, even though he felt like he's removed the obstacle that was stopping me from coming back, I didn't know, like, I told myself in my head that if you go back there, you literally gonna come back in a coffin. So I was just like, nah, I am not going back there. So what does he do? He stalks me, guys. He stalks me, carries on stalking me, sends, it was bad, sends people to follow me around, and like, I would walk out I was staying with a friend at the time in Durban. I was doing my master's. So as I would walk out, and like when I was going to campus, and he'd just be chilling there, guys. Like, he'd just be literally chilling there outside watching me. And I think that's, in a way, that for him scared him, because I'm sure it was like, Tembenlo, like, why is she not scared? Because honestly, guys, I was not scared of him. Like, I was not scared of him. So next thing, 3 men sent to come and kill me. Yes, he sent me hitmen. He sent me hitmen, guys. I was just like, what the hell is going on? Because then at that point he must have reached this thing of, if I can't have you, then no one else will. Because the friend I was staying with is a long time friend, and it was sort of like a relationship developing and stuff, So yeah, so he must have thought in his head, this one She's gonna be happy. Let me remove her. She can't be happy. No, for what? For what? We can't have that, you know, we just can't have that.
Yo, I remember, well, it was hard. It was hard to the point that I'd sometimes wake up and say, I couldn't recognize myself because where is when I break it down to the point of I'm doing this that will benefit me.
Guys, I was at the pits of depression. Like, I was at the pits of depression. So yeah, then obviously don't even ask me about cops.
So okay, anyway, I'm to like 3 men. Bemile lapha babengombe ngesibhamu sinqala isibhamu babe sibhekisa phezulu siqhume babe sebesibhekisa kumina siphinde sinqala. And I don't know what it is, but I think Uma that night was my guardian angel.
So guys, during this hitman attack, listen, like, God came through and mom was just there as my guardian angel. That gun was here and it wasn't going off. It was jamming. Like, can you imagine thinking that this gun will go off at any moment? Like, you are literally accepting, okay, tonight I am dying. I even remember the exact time. It was 7:45 on the 7th of May in 2016. And you're thinking that this gun will go off literally at any moment. Can you try and imagine that? Like, and it's just not going off. And yeah, it was crazy. And after that, I made sure now that I disappear, because I realized this guy means business. Like, he probably wants me dead now. I think I changed my number like 4 times at the time, and he'd somehow keep finding my number, like, and bribing the police like there ain't no tomorrow. Like, there ain't no tomorrow, right? And then you have the police, guys. The police. They said all sorts of things from, why don't you handle it yourself? What did you do to him? Why would a guy with so much money and want to be after you? What did you do to him? And I'm just like, guys, I can't explain to you why a person is crazy, but right now this is what's happening. And I saw at that point that that's the thing with people that abuse people in public. They are the complete opposite of what they are behind closed doors. They're charismatic, they're lovable, you can even relate with them. They just like the best thing ever, especially narcissists. They're good at this. But yeah, so it's very I'll say I blame the cops, but not really. I'll say I blame them because, what do you mean? I am coming here and I'm telling you that this is what I'm dealing with, and you telling me I must find a way to deal with it. That's why I need to know these human beings were bribed, especially because I had all the necessary proof and everything. Like, everything was just there. So I was like, hey, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean, nigga? But also I don't blame them because, like I said, they present themselves in such a good light and they're good with their words, and they're able to convince abantu ukuthi but me, like, look at me, why would I do this? Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the person is spogo, like, he's sporgy, guys. Sporgy, so clean, a monster, absolute monster. So yeah, cops. Shame. So I disappeared. I literally disappeared. So he now couldn't find me at all. Because it's ridiculous. Wavula website
Okay, manayishisiwe ekuli website ethi mina angithi I in Maritzburg, esekhaya Maritzburg, ngine modeling academy where I train young girls to basically be poised and to not necessarily abafuna model, but life skills on how to be the best that you can be, the best version of yourself. So wakuthola lokho ukuthi ngicasheke njalo but ngiyaqhubeka nempilo yami. Wavula iwebsite ethi actually lesisikole ngisivulile ngixolele language kodwa ngifuna ukusho ngendlela ayekubhale ngayo ephepheni ukuthi mina ngivule isikole sokukhuluma onondindo.
Guys, you must understand that obviously at this point I couldn't move around as much as I wanted to, so vele my modeling career was like literally hanging on a thread because my life was in danger. Like my life was in danger to the point that like I had the best agent in Durban. She was like my mother. Yeah, my agents in Durban were like my parents, Jono and Lisa from Models International. So they were like, Lucky, we understand what you're going through. I had obviously told them the whole story, so I couldn't model as freely as I wanted to. So we got to, after I created this website, we got to a point where we decided, you know what, let's just remove your portfolio from the website, because if this guy can do this, then obviously he can call as a client and try and book you. Now, what had he done? He had called, I was the face of Garnier, so he called the head office and called them or sent them an email, I can't remember, but told them, Mina, I'm out here opening Nondindwa grooming schools. How do you feel about your girl, this and that, yada yada yada. And even called my agent, but luckily my agent knew what was going on, so that wasn't really a train smash. That's why we had decided, you know what, it's better to just remove you from the website, because if he can do this, then clearly he can pose as a client to try and get to you, because he can't find you. So this was the next best thing to do to try and destroy you. Okay, so how am I this person again, all jolly, laughing, like life is awesome, living my life like it's golden, like nothing this hectic has ever happened to me. I grew up, like, guys, my mom is a very, very strong woman. I think the values she instilled in me are they hectic. I'm a very optimistic person, so in every bad situation, no matter how it's supposed to break me, I literally, for some reason, I don't know why or how I do it, but I always find a positive as to why that had to happen. So I think with me, it's like I had to realize my own strength. How I looked at it was, why is this guy wanting to destroy me so much? Why is he going literally out of his way to destroy me, spending money to destroy me? And it's obvious, guys. He sees something great in me. Like, how do you say, guys, like, I'm this tiny thing. He sent this tiny thing, 3 men to come and kill her. So that says something to me, you know. I'm actually more powerful than I think. So that's how I looked at it. So to know, man, this guy is trying to destroy something that is so deep that I probably can't even see it. And if he's trying to destroy that, then I must go for it even more. I remember at the time when I was still so broken down, it was, I think, a week after I got out of hospital, and I was talking to my mother, and I was like, Mom, I think let me just quit my masters and just, lay low and disappear and not do anything that is worthy of destroying, because I think he was going out of his way so much to be on me, because he could tell that with everything that he's trying, my life is still carrying on. I'm still going for the things that I want to go for, broken ankle and all. So I was like, man, maybe I must just, for now, just quit until this whole thing quietens down. And my mom was like, nah, baby girl, that is exactly what you are not gonna do. And these were literally her words, that one day you will be people's hope. You will be hope for young women. You will be the hope that people look at and they're like, oh snap, you went through that and you're still fine, you still happy, you still see a purpose, you still see a destiny for yourself, you still see it worthy to live your life. So she was like, no, you will stand in front of people and you will tell them your story, and your story will give them hope. You can go through the worst thing and tap a strength. Now fast forward to about 2 years after the whole ordeal, after the website creation, me and owning basically a brothel. That's what my guy was saying. Imagine, I was hey guys, a whole madam, imagine. So he got arrested beginning of 2017 because he murdered a girl and burned her body. Her name was CM Lee. May her soul rest in peace. I always feel like, okay, now I'm getting emotional. Oh my gosh. Okay, when he murdered CM, literally the day before he murdered her, he had found me, basically. He had found where I was. He had the address of where I was, and I'll get into that in my other videos as to how he knew all of that. But he had found me, guys. He had found me. And I honestly believe that if he didn't murder CM Lee, he was obviously gonna come for me. And it's almost as though CM Lee passed away so that I can continue to live out this purpose that I was supposed to live out through this story, because he was obviously gonna come to me and come for me, and kill me. So because now CM Lee it feels like she almost died in my place, now the story is obviously coming out. I now have the confidence to talk about it and share what happened. But yeah, guys, it was tough. It was so tough. But yeah, he was arrested obviously after that, and for the first time I was able to sort of breathe again, because yeah, Mugai was dodgy, just because it's inside doesn't mean I'm now suddenly safe. So I still had to carry on, and I'd become so accustomed living a life of running and looking over my shoulder and that I didn't just snap back into it. But 6 months later he got bail, and so he was attending that case. They hadn't started the trial. Just before they started trial, he passed away, and this was 5 months ago. And it was only then that I was able to breathe again for the first time. But the crazy thing is that when he did pass away, so many people were like, guys, this is the type of crazy, out of this world ID extra crime investigation channel person we were dealing with here. Like, it was unreal. It was not, I don't even think a movie creator or producer, what do you call these people that think of storylines? Them. You can't make this up. It's crazy that it happened in real life, and it's crazy that I'm here telling you this, because there were so many moments where I could have died. Even during the relationship, there were so many moments that I could have died because I was obviously living with a person that is capable of murder. I mean, he did it to my mom, tried to do it with me, and I survived, got away. And then with CM Lee, it was a lot, guys. It was a lot. But I'm just grateful that I'm alive, that I'm here, that clearly God has something big for me. It obviously took me a while to build back to being okay completely. I'm still not. I have days where I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I don't feel like waking up today because because the depression is still there, lingering at the back there. So yeah, guys, so that is my story. So I will post the next video next week. I don't know about what though, but yeah, I will try and cook up something interesting and we'll see. Mwah! Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Bye, guys.